Now showcased in his new book, I Exaggerate, My Brushes with Fame. Our Jamie Wax spoke with Nealon about his formerly hidden talent. Jamie, good morning. It looks like a good one.
It's a good one, Michelle. Good morning. Along with SNL, Nealon was a longtime star of the Showtime series Weeds and has appeared in several films and is a frequent guest on TV talk shows and very popular with talk show hosts. And all along the way, he's made more than memories of the fellow performers he's met. He's captured more than a few in brilliant caricature. So these are some of your sketchbooks from the years.
Yeah. There's a family with their dog. I started adding color after a while. That was our waiter in the Tuileries.
Kevin Nealon's art has long been familiar to friends and fellow performers.
Here we go. I'm going to do my best now, Conan.
Like his pal and former Saturday Night Live colleague, Conan O'Brien.
Okay, now hold still, because the nose is the hardest feature to draw.
Okay, all right. This is years ago, probably back in 1989 or 1990, and I noticed that Kevin was sketching me. And I started to take my clothes off. He said, no, it's not that kind of sketch. We did that later. And it's beautiful. But he was sketching me, and you included that sketch in the book.
Yeah.
It's very unflattering, but you can see his talent. You gave me a very long, broken nose.
The book is I Exaggerate, My Brushes with Fame, a collection of musings, memories, and Nealon's incredibly detailed and vivid caricatures.
I mean, these are amazing caricatures of people.
Nealon's subjects include a wide range of celebrities, from Jim Carrey to Eddie Vedder to Dave Chappelle. And it all started with a napkin.
I was maybe 8 years old, and I went to the commissary once, and there was a thing of napkins. Some guy pulled it out, and he drew a caricature. Just a funny cartoon of a guy with a hat on and a big nose and, lips curled up. And I was really taken by that. And I kept drawing that picture. And as I got older, I started drawing more and more.
Which he also used as a soothing mechanism.
I like to sketch people on planes. There's a guy seat 1D. I travel first class.
I mean, that was a good trip.
I had claustrophobia for a while. So if a plane got stuck on the tarmac, we're sitting out there, I had a pad with a pencil, and I start drawing, and that would take my mind off the claustrophobia.
Just pushing through your panic.
Yeah.
The artistry in this book was formed in part by pushing through the pandemic, when Nealon was locked in with his wife, comedic actress Susan Yeagley, and their 15-year-old son.
I couldn't do stand-up, so this is a nonverbal way of getting laughs.
Right, and creating.
And creating, and they're just, some of them will make you laugh if you know who the person is.
Conan, do you have any favorites that really jump out at you?
Yeah, I do. They're not in the book. No.
He's just looking at any one of them right now.
What I really loved is you have one of Norm Macdonald, who we lost over a year ago, and I came to the conclusion that it was the eyes and the cheeks, and you really nailed it.
And now, here with a commentary.
Something about Norm's eyes that were mischievous.
Yes.
Almost like a Halloween pumpkin that's like darting around. He's up to no good, but there's also a kind of benevolence there.
And like Conan, Nealon's son also has a favorite.
My son was sitting on a chair the other night, just looking at all the paintings. He was sitting right in front of mine, the one I did of myself. He goes, "This is my favorite. This is the best one you've ever done." And I looked at it and thought, wow, okay.
Nealon has been a creative force his entire career, starting with memorable characters and moments on SNL, like Mr. Subliminal.
Thank you, Dennis. Haircut. There's so many.
That was my first sketch on SNL.
Donald and Ivana Trump, Greedy Pigs.
And 5 seconds away from first time I've ever been on SNL. Cameras are ready to go. And Lorne Michaels comes up, he puts his hand on my shoulder, he goes, "Are you sure this is what you want?"
Oh my God.
And with longtime friend Dana Carvey, Hans and Franz.
We're here to pump you up.
And I remember the first time we did it, Dana and I, we created those characters because we heard Schwarzenegger on an interview. And we just talked like him for the next couple of weeks.
Grab you by the jockstrap and give you the wedgie of your life.
We took that one for a long time. Even Arnold wanted to be in it.
And he eventually took the helm of Weekend Update. A comedian's comedian, Nealon has never stopped working in television or on stage.
That's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah? Well, then where is it?
I've been doing stand-up over 40 years now. And if I never made it as a stand-up, I'd probably still be waiting in line at open mic nights at different clubs because I just love it. I loved it. It's all I ever wanted to do was stand up.
And just like he did with stand-up, the comedian continues to hone this new craft.
And I'm still kind of looking. It's like stand-up comedy. When you start off, you're emulating somebody. I'm still looking for my own style.
Is it helpful at this point in your evolution to publish these as they are and show what you've been doing?
I think so, definitely. I think I'll look back on this book and I'll think, wow, I was so traditional here and I was so safe with these. And then with my style that I would currently have, which hopeful, I'll say, wow, and this is what I've come to. This is what I've been seeking.
And no matter what Kevin Nealon is seeking, he seems to find success by doing it his way.
I think it's interesting because Kevin's a purist. Like, he has very high standards, and I've never seen Kevin compromise in his comedy.
The nice thing about doing your own thing, you don't have to compromise. You do what you want to do.
You're looking at two people that just are getting to do exactly what they want to do. And look at Kevin, all through this terrible time of COVID, he was making this, and it's a fantastic book. It's a great output. And so that's a gift. He gets to do that, and we get to enjoy it.
We do enjoy it, right?
Oh,
I mean, so
It's great stuff.
talented.
I know. And look at this. You're going to show it to us really quickly?
I will. This is one of the great honors of my life, and that
Wow.
I got to join
We'll
those
be right
much more
back.
famous people. Yeah.
So for those of you still with us, I have to say, these are incredible. And to
They
know
are.
that someone has that kind of talent, they could switch it on and off, and he loves it.
This is an honor because he takes a month to a month and a half to do every
Yeah.
single painting. Like, it's really remarkable.
Because the idea behind a caricature is always, you get to know the personality.
Yeah.
And
Right.
So then you accentuate something about the person
Exactly.
that really is their personality.
Yes.
So to spend a
For me,
little
it's a
time
chin.
with you.
You have massive teeth.
I know.
And a
that-
big he missed the forehead, but
There is something in the detail in scrolling through the book and looking
Yes.
at this. He really gets some little
Yeah.
details
Yeah.
down that are just amazing.
So-
he does. He really captures the essence of these.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And the eyes, especially, somehow there's a sparkle that comes through in a
Yeah.
lot of them.
A sparkle would look nice with a picture of us, I think.
Kevin, if you've got some
I know
spare
it's not
time,
in the book, but if you have some spare time,
we'll send pictures.
I just like when he talks about using it to de-stress.
Yes.
Oh,
Sitting-
yeah.
Sitting on the tarmac, frustrated, plane stuck, and he just starts drawing.
You know, it goes back to
Totally.
pickleball.
Chill.
For me, it was cooking. I think we all found something that helped us during the pandemic that was
Right.
creative, that contributed to the world or our family, but that really helped us lose stress.
Listening and seeing some of the clips from SNL, though, could he come back to SNL and do some of those characters
my
again?
gosh.
I forgot about Subliminal Man.
I want to
I would take that back.
you up. Gotta love it. Thank you so much, Jamie.